I'm not running from nothing. I'm not. You get what I'm saying? My reality is my reality though. Like I look up at the ceiling every night. Like Verb, a nigga never expect me to have this conversation with you. I know it's left, but you feel me? I just felt like I was gonna get it this. I'm gonna catch a Verb space. I wake up in this. I be staring at the ceiling 3 in the morning. I wake up and run to the bathroom and throw up. Not because I ate bad food, not because of the reality I'm living in. You get what I'm saying? Like you know, like you a nigga wake up and like be paralyzed. To wake up and be it's no different. It's no different. You feel me? This is my reality. What like the one place I'm not gonna run from is the place I was raised at. That's why
Mm.
my reality is you motherfuckers might never see me on a stage ever again.
Mm.
But I'm not running from home. If anybody could reach me, if I might have to pop up, I'm around. And that's just me being 1,000, my dog.
No,
Conversation
keep
I had
going.
with Big T about what Midnight Madness could do, and I think people get that misconstrued and forget that somebody's a real person. Like I've been working for this place since I was 19, my nigga. You feel me? And you get caught up in this world where it's like, and especially me, y'all watch me grow up. It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But that 1 foot in can cost you an arm and a leg. Period. And that's reality. You feel me? Like for all these years I've been battling, I've been trying to get niggas like the best, my what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Where I'm supposed to be. Like I was talking to my grandmother and shit. Like she been calling me, praying with me and shit. And she say only 2 days matter in this life: the day you born and the day you figure out why you born. Nothing else matter because when you die, you dead. You know what I mean? And things, all the stuff that's in between, you just got to go through because that's how life is. Only 2 days matter: the day you're born and the day you figure out why you're born. You know what I mean? And like lately, I just been getting into that bag. Like, all right, bro, you talented. You got give, and that's why I've been performing at this level because it's like
With you some news that I just confirmed, and unfortunately, it is not good news for Tsu Surf. I have learned from various sources that he was arrested today around 1:30 this afternoon by the U.S. Marshal Service, New York, New Jersey Regional Fugitive Task Force. Now, I'm going to read from my notes because I want to make sure that I give this to you absolutely correctly, and I literally just got off the last phone call that I had to make to try to confirm this for you. So they're saying that Tsu Surf was picked up in Jersey City. He was at a home there with a female. The sources say that the house was surrounded by law enforcement and that Tsu Surf with the female tried to go out the back door. But then when they went outside, they saw that there was a lot of law enforcement because you know what kind of presence are going to take on a case like this. So Tsu Surf and the woman went back into the house and they stayed in there for about an hour in what the law enforcement officials call a barricade. They say he was barricaded inside. It doesn't mean that he was nailing down doors or windows or anything like that. It just means he was inside the home and not willing to come out right away. So they called in these hostage negotiators. They're called crisis negotiators from the U.S. Marshals, New York, New Jersey Fugitive Task Force. They talked with him for a while, quite a while apparently, but then he peacefully surrendered. So they took him into custody, and it appears right now that he is wanted by the DEA on a federal Rico case.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Jersey battle rapper Tsu Surf and the latest on the Rico charges that he received and was arrested on last October. And I'm going to have a link in the description from Fox 5 with Lisa Evers. And that's why I initially had got that information from when I did the video on that last year when everything had went down. And I had put them clips in the beginning because that's what he was online speaking about right before he was arrested. He knew it was coming. He kept it real. Man, I ain't been able to sleep. I've been throwing up. This is my reality right now, man. He said he was speaking with his grandmother. She was giving him that real life wisdom, real life experiences about what really matters. And he said he had changed his mental, but things from his past, him having 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I knew Tsu Surf as a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, bro, nigga really, like I really grew up with this nigga, man. Like watching the battle rap. Me and my fam D-Mac we been real battle rap fans growing up since youngest, nigga. We smacked DVDs, YouTube, all the other stuff when they switched it over to the internet. But I was a nigga grabbing the DVDs and then when they went to internet, even back to MTV days when they had it going on, we always been battle rap fans. And shout out to my H-Town battle rap culture, Scotty. Shout out to that boy Young Sir and all them over there. Shout out to Real Life out there in Dallas. Just Texas is a big pillar in place for battle rap also. So I always been a viewer and had respect for battle rap and for what he brought to the game. Dog was doing his thing too with the podcast, and man, he was cold at it. Him going on the Joe Budden podcast, but like he said, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He initially had pled not guilty to these charges, to my understanding, from when I was keeping up with it. But now the news has hit that he's pled guilty, and the write-up says this. Rajon Cox, a.k.a. Tsu Surf, 32 of Newark, pleaded guilty by video conference on April 27, 2023, before U.S. District Judge Susan D. Wynington to 2 counts of a superseding indictment charging him with racketeer influence and corrupt organizations, Rico, conspiracy and possession of firearms and ammunition by a convicted felon, according to documents filed in this case and statements made in court. From 2015 through September 22, 2022, Cox was a member of the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips, a criminal enterprise responsible for acts of violence and the distribution of controlled substances in New Jersey and elsewhere. Cox held a leadership role within the enterprise. On March 18, 2017, Cox shot a firearm at a rival gang member. On July 24, 2019, in Essex County, New Jersey, Cox, a convicted felon, knowingly possessed 2 loaded firearms. The racketeering conspiracy count is punishable by a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. The charge of being a felon in possession of a weapon is punishable by a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. Both counts are punishable by a fine of up to $250,000. Sentencing is scheduled for September 12, 2023. And that's the reality of the dark side of the storyline. You having to walk into a courtroom or, in his case, do a video call with the judge and tell him, Your Honor, I plead guilty to the charges that the United States government has brought upon me. And then they gonna have you sign on the dotted line or however they want to document your guilty plea and then say, hey, we're gonna come back on another date and we'll decide what we want to do up to the next 30 years of your life. And that's how the game go. If you go to trial, it's gonna be double that if you lose. Tsu Surf stood on this situation, took it like a man. I'm taking responsibility for my action. He said 1 foot in, 1 foot out, caught up to him. And that happens a lot in our community. And that's why I come on here and speak on this, bro, because I'm looking at the talent. I'm looking at the skill. Yeah, it's a slow grind to do it the legal way. I know. I understand some niggas is raised out here early on and they dive in that water. But this be the end game a lot of the time. And you can see in real time nowadays how some of the figures and people we see on the internet who thriving and winning, the dark side when you get caught up and be too deep in that water, man. They want to get us in that trap. The trap was the design, the overall trap. You born and raised in the trap, you dive in the streets, then they gonna catch you inside the biggest trap through law enforcement, put you in the prison system, get the money off the trap from the streets and the trap from housing you, your head being put inside the bed. They get the bread per head they can put in the bed, man. Tsu Surf is another one. We kings, man. You ain't supposed to be in no cage. We supposed to be doing better and thriving. Get the money. I understand. Niggas got to hustle. You got to grind. You got to provide with your family. Focus on the paper, not the violence, not the drama. Because if you just get caught up, even if you just get the money getting charges, it won't be with the gang charges and everything like that. I just try to tell y'all to avoid it, man. We got more coming, more videos, all at 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot. More coming.